So let's look at what this election is all about. It's about a lot of things, but it's really about the Pittsburgh metropolitan area, right?
Okay.
So we talk a lot about Philly, we talk about Philly burbs, and we talk about all this stuff, but this is a great microcosm of what has happened and why Pennsylvania is as competitive on a presidential level as it is. And the answer is that dot in Pittsburgh,
Okay.
right? So Pittsburgh is not as democratic as it used to be. And the outlying counties, particularly Washington and Butler counties, have gotten a lot more Republican. So this is why Pennsylvania has done what it's done.
Okay.
So there's your Pennsylvania, and we know in Butler was the why.
Yep.
We know about all that. Okay. So let's compare 2016 first. We'll look at the 2016 results in these three counties first. So show us 2016. Magic wall. Okay, so here you go. Butler County, Trump wins. Washington County, Trump wins. Substantial margins, but Hillary Clinton got the lion's share there in Allegheny County. Now contrast that with 2020. Show us 2020. Here it comes. Okay, what do you see? That Biden bumped it up. Right? So Biden, so there's a lot more votes in Allegheny County, obviously. This is Pittsburgh and the close-in suburbs. Biden bumps up the number, and he goes from 56 to 59% in Allegheny County, while Trump does improve in Butler and Washington, but it's not enough to compensate for that. So if you look just south of Pittsburgh, that's where my sister Jenny lives.
Okay. Hi, Jenny. There you go.
Jenny lives just south of Pittsburgh there, down on the south of South Hills in the suburbs there. Those are the places where this election is going to be decided, right? The Jenny McIntyre's neighbors are going to get to decide this election because those are the suburbanites that moved that nudge that took it in that direction from 2016 to 2020. If they're there for Kamala Harris again, then Kamala Harris is going to win. So it really gets down to this. This is really the whole race in microcosm in these three counties.
So election night comes, the votes come in from Pennsylvania, Steyerwalt's sitting there, and you're going through the numbers, and you're going through Allegheny County, and you're looking at Jenny's neighborhood, and you're looking for what? What are the tells there that will say, oh, this is good for Trump or good for Harris?
So Pennsylvania, I love you. I love you. But get your act together on the vote counting, right? You got to do better. You got to do better.
It's going to take a while.
Well, it's going to take a while because here's the thing.
Okay.
They'll count faster in the burbs, right? Because the precincts are not as dense and the count will go faster. And then we'll be slogging through. Do you remember in 2020 watching the Allegheny County elections office, hour after hour of cameras on these poor election workers who had masks on, and they're going through all of these ballots to do all that stuff. So it's going to take a very, very long time. But we will be able to look in places like Washington County, Washpaw. We'll be able to look there and see if Donald Trump is hitting his numbers in those places. That's the first thing we're going to be able to see is he getting the kind of numbers he needs in the more suburban and ex-urban areas.
Steyerwalt breaks it down. Thank you, sir. So I text Chris this morning, and I'm like, you want to take some viewer questions today?
Why not?
Steyerwalt's like, I dig it. Let's do it. So we asked for some of your questions. Here's one of them. Caught my attention because I think this is probably at the end of the day what most folks want to know. One, who's going to win? We don't. We don't know that.
No, we know. We just can't tell you. We want you to watch.
But here's Kai in Minnesota. What can Americans realistically expect after the election if Harris wins, or conversely, if Trump wins?
So it doesn't matter as much why somebody wins as much as why they think they won, right?
What do you mean by that?
So if Joe Biden, there was a clear message to Joe Biden from the electorate in 2020, which was Republicans actually gained seats in the House, Senate stayed basically tied, and he won the presidency, but not by nearly the margin he thought he would.
50-50 up on the hill, basically. And
what's the message? Be cool. Be cool. We need you to be cool. And then it got a little weird because they won those 2 Senate seats in a fluke in Georgia, and Joe Biden started thinking that maybe he was FDR, maybe he was LBJ. He was LBJ. It was just the last 100 days, not the first 100 days. He got the wrong message. He took the wrong message. If Kamala Harris wins this election, then the message that she should take away from it is she appealed to Republican voters out the wazoo, right? She spent all of this time promising. So if she wins, and
govern to
she-
the middle?
Yep, and she believes. So then she's got to make good on the promise of putting Republicans in the cabinets.
Second side of the equation, what about if he wins?
Good luck. Who knows, right?
knows, right?
Trump unbound, right? Trump returned and not facing voters again. If you like Donald Trump, there's going to be a lot of it. If you don't like Donald Trump, there's going to be a lot of it.